Welcome to this video on 3 ways to improve your online workout engagement. My name is Tyler Valencia and I'm the president of KIPS and Time to Train Fitness, as well as your Balance Ambassador. We're talking about online workout engagement. How do you get people to come to your workouts and then stay? Watching them, taking them, enjoying them, and then coming back. As a matter of fact, if you're building a YouTube channel, they actually have a stat that they track that helps people see it more. If people are coming to your workouts, they're taking them, they're staying, and then they're coming back, YouTube is gonna wanna show it to more people. And that is your average view duration. If you're building an on-demand library, you want the same thing. You want people to come, you want people to be engaged. So we're gonna talk about 3 tips that I've utilized with my channel, Time to Train Fitness, to grow it and hopefully share these with you to help you do the same. The first one we're gonna talk about, and it's one that's very popular and probably the first step that you go through when you're doing online workouts, is music. With music, my tip is to take your time and find the right provider for you. Music is important. As a matter of fact, I have friends, fitness friends that do online workouts that actually don't even like royalty-free music, that just want to do popular music, and I get it. When we think of royalty-free music, we think of boring music that doesn't really work. But I'm gonna tell you, over the last 2 years, things have really changed. Music has improved. They've had to keep up with the times. So I would say take your time, see the pricings out there, make sure that the packages work for you and what you're trying to do. There are packages out there for royalty-free music that might just include streaming, and you might be wanting to do an online library or a YouTube channel. Make sure you have all the items that you want listed, and then that package has that. What I'm gonna recommend is the Business Epidemic Sound. When I went through that process of looking for a music provider, I looked at them all. And in my opinion, Epidemic Sound has one of the best libraries of music. It sounds great. The process is easy to sign up, to put in your channels, so that if you're putting it on YouTube, you're putting it on Vimeo, you're putting it on your social media channels, it's a very easy process so you don't get flagged. So that's gonna be my recommendation, which I'll include in the description for this video, but take your time. I'm coming back to that. Take your time, look at all your options, do the free trials, and see if you like it. The next tip I have for you, tip number 2, is the plan and script. This is so important when you're doing videos, online workouts, and I've said this one in other tutorials, reviews, is that people don't see what's behind the camera. I'll share with you that as I'm filming this video for you guys and gals, that I actually have some notes behind the camera. It helps me throughout the process that I'm hitting each item that I made in my outline so that I know that I'm going through and I'm checking them all off mentally. People don't see. If you have notes that you want to put behind, you can put them directly behind the camera. People won't know because they don't see it. All they see is what's in frame. So utilize that to your benefit. With planning and scripting, you also want to take into account the differences between online workouts and live workouts. Think about live workouts. You have the time when you're coming to set up, you're coming early to talk with your members, you're staying after to clean up, you're worrying about other classes coming in. With online, you don't have that. One of the big ones a lot of fitness pros doing online workouts, when they shifted to online, was they cut the time from 60 minutes to 45 minutes because of those factors. People, they just come, they pop it on, their TV, their tablet, their iPhone, whatever that they're viewing them on, and boom, they're ready to rock and roll. With online workouts, take those unique items into account. When you're building your workouts, think about timing, think about space, and also think about the fact that they need to pause something. So how do you build your cues in? How do you build these throughout to make sure that you're hitting all these items or you're using a timer later on? All these things come to account. There are differences between online and live workouts. The last one within plan and script, and I kind of briefly touched on this, was give yourself reminders about cues. One of the big differences that I see with online workouts is how much more detail instructors have to pack into their instructions, their cues, their exercises. When you're with someone live in person, you can manually manipulate them. You can show them in person to look here. With online workouts, you're having to do the same, but communicate it more, verbally communicate it more. So put your notes behind the camera. Use all those things I already mentioned to make it easier on yourself. Plan this out because you might hear a cue. You might hear an exercise demonstration that you liked and you want to remember it. Make those notes and put it behind the camera so that when it comes time to hit record, you're ready to rock. Now, the last tip that I have for you for working on your engagement is to edit. And this might start small and build and build and build, but editing is such an important part of online workouts. And I'm gonna talk about a couple options here. If you're starting off and you're using free software, awesome, use it up. Use all the free software out there. Get comfortable with it. Get comfortable with changing colors, with maybe exporting. Get comfortable with clipping, all these kinds of stuff, putting titles, anything that helps you just get the ball rolling. If you are now wanting to increase that, get better at it, one option to consider, and there are a ton of them out there, and I know channels out there that do this, is that they use freelancers across the globe. They might be in another country. They might be in another part of your country, but use those if you want to. You're gonna pay for it, but it makes a big difference. You'll have to work on the communication with it, how you want things edited, but it really makes a difference at the end to make your product, your workout appear more professional. Now let's talk about if you're investing in software. If you're investing in editing software, there's Premiere Pro, there's Final Cut Pro, and these cost money and they can be costly, but it'll also take time. The part that I'm gonna put in here that if you wanna go down that route is that YouTube has a ton of resources out there to help you learn these. How do you put in titles? There's even things that you can download for free for titles and animated titles. There's also things for color packages that help you out. These things will take time, so don't expect to just get it right off the bat. But if you're investing in it, if you want to add this a part of your business, don't skip on it. Edit, 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 make your services look professional. Now, as we wrap up this video, I want to quickly touch on the lay of the land of the recording. At this time, it's the summer of 2022, and online workouts have kind of died down, but in my mind, it's the time to jump on it, to build that up on the side. I know plenty of fitness pros that are doing that have that on the side to their in person, because you never know. You never know what's gonna happen, but it's such a great way to reach a global audience. You can continue to train people across the country. There is an overwhelming majority of individuals that need help with their fitness. And if you can break down barriers to help them exercise, you're doing a great job. When you think about it, and this is not like I'm making these things up, is that when you think about if you're working in a gym, that is such a small population of the entire globe, of the entire country. A very small population goes to gyms. But we know that people need more exercise, people need to move better. So if you can reach them in their homes and work with them, show them great exercises, you're doing a great job. And that's part of why we entered this industry, to help people out. So don't skip on any of the things we talked about and take that step, take that leap into doing your online workouts. We hope that this tutorial has been useful for you. If you like it, make sure that you smash the like button, subscribe, but also check out all the other great resources we have for interfaces, for microphones, and we hope to see you in the next one.